There it goes, guys. It's like a sequence. You have to make sure this is there, this is there, this is there.
10 seconds.
And then, I'll do the kind of like, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, hold on. Let me hit these buttons.
I'm not ready to hit the buttons.
I need one button to rule them all.
Yeah, macro, son.
Bind them. They do that, but I haven't tested it. So, but I was like, figured, why not? So, guys, how are y'all? Welcome back to the Option Select podcast. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. I know I am. Ruben, pretty good?
Yeah, it's not bad so far.
Not too bad so far? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Starting to get warm out there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. I was like, they're like, oh, summertime, it's here. I'm like, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't tell. I'm outside in a fucking hot truck.
When it's, honestly, I probably told you 100 times already, but July and August, that's when it's, the heat indexes are hitting triple digits from, like 11:30 a.m. all the way to like 4:30.
Starts next week, by the way.
Yeah.
No.
And then, dude.
98 is the high.
I saw a driver putting a towel like over his leg while he was driving. I'm like, that's not a bad idea because you know how they're just exposed to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, especially when I'm going up North Main. So I'm heading north and just the light, the sun setting over in the west is just coming down. And if you look at my legs, just burnt. I was like,
I got one of those cold towels that I use. I put on the back of my neck. Fucking helps me out a lot.
That's a good idea too. Yeah, I keep one in my ice chest, and then like every once in a while, I'll just get the back of my neck, my chest, and just make sure to cool off and stuff like that.
It's my eyelids that fuck me up.
How so?
Like having the sun. That's why I have the glasses. But like the sun hitting my eyelids and opening and closing my eyes with all the dust and the wind and shit like that. I have to put like lotion on my eyelids, or else I start fucking like I can't see. Like it hurts like open and close my eyes after a certain amount of time.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking hot.
You need SPF 500 on them shades.
Yeah. They good though.
Dude.
They Gucci.
Freaking. So I told you I took Monday off because of the BS from work.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad.
I enjoyed it.
You saw it already?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you
saw
think
it
of
yesterday or no Thursday?
Thursday night.
Yeah. Well, we saw it at 10 after I'd gotten up at 4, so I was kind of dozing off through it. I'll probably end up watching it again, but it was a good watch.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad.
It was. I'm not going to spoilers, but definitely like I think Disney is really flexing with the graphics because it just looks so good. The style and the art. I was like, I really like some of the scenes. Just like, I'm starting to break down like the Marvel movies as in like here your funny ones. These are like your action hero ones, and then these are kind of like your fantasy sci-fi ones. And then what category they fit in. Like I'd give the movie, if you ask me, like if I rate it 1 through 10, I'd say like an 8. It's up there. It's good. But again, my favorite one out of all of them, gun to head, will be Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok.
That one is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
And the director, I forget, Watiki.
Kiki Watiki, I think is.
It's a unique name, but from What We Did in the Shadows.
Yeah.
So I was making sure I'm recording.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Where's my camera?
It just came out. Of the corner of my mind. I was like, wait, did I get it? Yeah. But yeah, because since he did What We Do in the Shadows, I've been a fan of that. And then when I saw he was doing that movie, and I actually rewatched it just because I was like, yeah, it's good.
I need to rewatch that one again. It's pretty funny.
It is. I've been enjoying it. I saw Black Widow also. I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
Nah.
I enjoyed that one.
That one was like I put under the whole just action category. There was one part where these notifications.
Turn off reminders is right there. It's right there.
It's like, I thought I got it. I guess not. Oh well, guys, you're about right. Yeah, but I was watching. When I was watching it, there was one part like you need to sever your olfactory nerve because if he because the pheromones he's giving, you can't attack him. And she's like, whoop. I'm like, she just did that.
Yeah. I don't remember that movie. I gotta rewatch it. I gotta rewatch that one too.
I was like,
there's certain ones I haven't seen twice. Actually, most of them I haven't seen twice.
The ones that I really enjoyed, I watched twice, like Infinity War, Endgame, Civil War, Winter Soldier, of course Ragnarok, and like the first Guardians. Those are the ones I make sure those are the ones I rattled off are the ones my favorites. The ones
Guardians, Ant-Man, and Ragnarok are my favorite. My top 3.
Okay.
And then the Spider-Mans are pretty fucking good.
That's the one I have to watch. I've only seen the first one, so I gotta watch Far From Home and Away From Home.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. He's
Homecoming,
not home. Homecoming,
Away, and then Far, or like that.
Some shit like that. Yeah,
I gotta watch those.
He's obviously not home. He needs to go home.
Go home. Yeah. So I watched those. I've been enjoying it. So yeah. What else have you been watching?
I've been trying to catch up on Flight Attendant, which I think I completed season 1. I'm like partway through season 2, which isn't finished either. I started watching Halo. I'm 5 episodes in on that one, which that season's not complete either. So I'm just kind of ticking away at them. In the background, like Modern Family, Ted Lasso, shit like that. But we caught Guardians of the Galaxy on Thursday night, not Guardians of the Galaxy, Multiverse of Madness on Thursday night, which was fun. But like I said, I worked a full long ass day, like 16-hour day
Was
plus.
it Wednesday?
Thursday. Yeah, Thursday's my longest day. And so I worked my hardest and my longest day in the heat, got off, took a shower. We went out to dinner at Roadhouse, which is in the same parking lot. So I got my belly full of just 16-ounce ribeye. And then
ribeyes and freaking New York strips, dude. Those are...
I went, had a big-ass ribeye,
a beer?
ice cold beer.
There you go.
And got into the movie theater, and I sat down my joggers, and I was sitting there, and I'm nodding off. Alice was like, "You want to go home?" I was like, "Nah, finish the movie. I'm watching it. I'm watching. I know what's going on for the most part." But I think I got the major points. I'll just rewatch it again later on, whenever it comes out to Disney Plus or whatever. So I haven't really been watching a lot, like nothing too crazy. Just trying to get through these shows that I wanted to see. So. But yeah, it was fun. There was only like 2 people in the movie theater Friday or Thursday night, so
okay, not too
it
bad.
wasn't a
You're able
bad
to watch
experience.
it. Yeah. Same here. When we went Monday, there was one couple in front of us, and they brought their kid, and I was thinking, oh, great. But no, they were like the parents. I guess they know how they keep their, and it was a small kid, and the kid was quiet, and and everybody was mindful and respectful of the theater, and everybody's
That's good.
present there. So yeah, I was actually like, of course. Right in front of us. But no, they were good people, and they were quiet, and they just watched the movie. It was fun.
There's no teens, no kids. It was adults. That 10 p.m. on a Thursday night at mine. So I was like,
11 a.m. on a Monday. I mean, it wasn't that bad. And going back to the movie, just Sam Raimi, and just like, I was like, oh, like the references back, going back to Evil Dead and everything. I was like, oh, I like that.
There was a lot of good references, a lot of good special effects, and good
a lot darker than I thought it would be.
Dark humor.
I was like, oh, they just did that.
Yeah. You talk about the
and then the introduction of the other character. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe there's a hope. Maybe there's a hope, and I'm just waiting. I'm guessing because of the introduction of that character, even though it's in the multiverse, I'm hoping that's their gateway to introduce these other set of characters. That's what I'm hoping for.
I just want to know if that girl's character, Sochi's character, is actually like an actual comic book character, because I don't recall.
Or they made her up.
Or whatever. Because the amount of times they had to say we have to save America was ridiculous.
Save America.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
They had some subtle hints in there.
I was like, okay.
Marvel could save America.
Like, okay.
Yeah, they had some hints in there, like stuff like I'm like,
calm down. But the movie was good. It was definitely really good. It wasn't my favorite, like I said, but I preferred the first Doctor Strange myself. But this one was good. It was a good watch. But that's about it. That's all I watched. Gaming was basically like Elden Ring.
Nice. What you working on? You in that Jackal?
Nah, this one I just started on my own. I was doing Sword of Night and Flame, and then I got rid of it because I got tired of that sword. It's just stupid. So it's not even that it was too easy or anything like that. I just don't like the weapon art. It's too slow. It's too wind up.
It has a startup for
way
sure.
too much.
Yeah.
So I swapped over to Death Poker, and I swapped over.
What's that one?
To Death Poker is the thing that the birds use that sends out like a cold flame in a lane, basically, and or an explosion. But you get it in Caelid by defeating one of those night birds, the big bald vulture-looking things.
Okay.
And then keeping with the bird theme, I am using on my second weapon slot. It's the Talon from one of the birds that flies around. They have the little knives for legs or whatever.
You want to throw freaking
barrels.
fire? Yeah.
So I ended up picking up one of those, and I'm using that with cold damage as well. So they're both scaling with int. So currently I'm at 105, like 14 hours in, and I'm like 60 int, 40 vitality, 25 and 25 on mind and endurance respectively, I believe. I can't remember the actual stats, but it seems to be working out a little bit better than Sword of Night and Flame.
Okay.
It's too much of a wind up. It's too slow. The the fighting with it is fun, you know what I mean? But it's just
Mhm.
it's just too much,
No,
too much fun.
understandable. Yeah.
So yeah, I swapped out of that. I've been playing a lot of Rogue Legacy as well.
It's the second one, right?
Yeah, Rogue Legacy 2. It's definitely becoming one of my favorite roguelikes of all time.
Sweet.
Um,
I like that one.
pretty fucking great.
Last time I saw you play, you had was it clown thamp clown thamp?
Yeah, you're just like as a clown.
You got bit as a clown.
Yeah, you got bit. One of my favorite fucking modifiers in there is vampirism.
What does it do?
It's just you take 100% increased damage,
Oof.
but you heal on hit.
Okay.
But it like the flavor text is you got bit by a syringe, and I was like, oh, okay, that's funny. I get it.
We'll suck blood out of you.
So yeah, let's get the blood out of you.
Yeah.
So and you got the little fangs. It changes your little character to have little fangs and stuff.
That's funny. Did you give him a little widow's peak?
Yeah, it gives
they?
him a little. Yeah, it gives him a little thing with the vampire fangs. So that's been a fun, entertaining game because every run, even though you're in the same areas, it always kind of feels a little
For sure.
different. And you can pick whatever class at the start of it. But yeah, I was doing a little bit of that. I think I'm down out of the 9 bosses that there are. I'm down 4 at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm like almost halfway through the game, if I had to say. Like boss wise, not through like
Finding
unlocking
everything,
everything.
and completing
Yeah, that's
and
gonna
getting
take,
on the items.
That's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
So I'm just working my way through the actual core gameplay loop, and that's what I like about it. Is like I can lay in bed on the Steam Deck, I can get through like 2 or 3 runs in about 45 minutes or so, and then put it down, go do something else.
So
play.
1 month later from the Steam Deck, still good, still playing it.
Oh yeah,
still
I
active?
love it. They just updated it recently to do per game performance profiles.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can set it up to like, oh, I want Elden Ring to only cap out at like 30 FPS, so it doesn't drain out the battery or whatever like that.
Okay.
Or I want Rogue Legacy to play at 60 FPS. You don't have to go in there every time. You just have to do it once.
Specific games you have okay, nice.
Right. So because like Rogue Legacy is such a lightweight game and not graphically intensive that you can have it at 60
For
FPS
sure.
and not have that problem. Or like Vampire Survivors. I mean, the only thing is like once you get into like the later times in that game, it'll start bogging down the game. So yeah.
I'm telling you,
60 FPS.
I'm telling you, dude. I was talking to my boy Bruce, and I was like, dude, I told him, can you imagine if they had ray tracing and DLSS and all that, and all the special graphics? Like, this game will destroy itself.
It would die.
It would kill your computer.
There's one out there right now. It's called. It's been out for a while. They just released a sequel to it, but it's called Ultimate like Battle Simulator or something like that.
What?
And you get to select like bunch of different kind of characters. So like I saw one on Reddit the other day where it was 2 or 10 million zombies versus 20,000, or it was 1 million zombies versus 20,000 U.S. Army or some shit like that. And you just see them all running, like the zombies just running towards the, but they're all fucking
Is it like
compact.
60, like 32-bit graphics or something
No,
like that?
it's fucking full on graphics. They're not playing around. They have all those characters on screen at once. I mean, of course you're like zoomed out, but once you zoom in, it gets like
You see all the waves, the
crazy.
hordes.
Yeah. But it's just like you want to see like how Roman soldiers would have done, like 100,000 Roman soldiers against 10,000 troops or whatever, just something stupid. It's not even a game. It's
kind
just
of like that show, like not the Ultimate Warrior, but the most dangerous warrior or whatever, and they grab like different warriors from different time eras.
Yeah.
And then like the samurai with the katana versus the gladiator with the gladius, and they do like a simulation of 1,000 fights, who would win the most and stuff like that. And then at the very end, they have like a reenactment.
Yeah, exactly like that, but except you can choose like multiple thousands of them at once.
Multiples of them.
Multiples. I don't know exactly what the character limit is on that, but it's just cool to like set a battle up and just kind of watch it unfold, because you can do it in real time to see how long it would actually take, or you can speed it up, especially if it's like sticks and stones type people, like fighting sticks and stones type people. So.
Cave people, yeah.
But I own the first one. I've never actually played it. I think it was it was given out for free. Yeah, it's on Steam.
Okay.
But it was given out for free, but I've actually never turned it on or anything like that, because once again, it's not like I don't think it's an actual like game or anything like that. You just kind of sit back and watch
it, yeah.
It's like it's like a little playground.
Mm-hmm.
So Rogue Legacy, some Elden Ring, and so I tried to get on PoE, Path of Exile, yesterday.
Oh, what made you want to do that?
Well, there's a new league yesterday that started up, and so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna start.
New league or leak?
League.
Okay, league.
So there's a new league, meaning new ladders.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try it out, whatever. So I go log in, and I can't. And then so I was like, I can't remember my password. So I submitted, like, I forgot my password, and then the email never came through. And so I go and look at my profile, and it said that I logged in May 2nd, 2022. And I'm like, that's not correct.
Last Monday.
Yeah.
2 Mondays ago.
Yeah. I never logged in that day. I haven't played the game in 4 years.
Someone logged in.
So somebody's got a hold of my account or whatever.
Ah, great. The Chinese hackers.
It's all good. Like, I spent maybe $150 in that game for like stash tabs and like cosmetics and stuff like that at the time. And I was like, okay, cool. So maybe I can get it back. Maybe I can't.
Put a ticket in, whatever.
I submitted a ticket, and then we start this email chain back and forth between me and this person named Isaac. So Isaac's like, sorry to hear that. What was your actual, your account name? I tell him the account name. What do you remember any characters that you? I was like, no, dude, it was 4 years ago. I can't remember what I named the characters. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I can tell you the one that's on the profile right now is this one. I never named a character that. I also haven't logged in 4 years, but here they are logging in.
Yeah.
That whole deal. And he goes, well, did you have any transactions in the game? If so, like what dates, how much, this and that. I'm like, okay, cool. Don't remember, but I did buy stuff. So I went through Steam, and there's a way you can look at your purchase history, like all the way back to the very beginning. Turns out, like, the first game that I ever purchased was Counter-Strike.
What year?
Source. It was 2007, 2008. Okay. So I've been a PC gamer for a while. It's been a while. So something crazy old like that. No, you know what? Matter of fact, I take it back. It wasn't Counter-Strike. It was Elder Scrolls Oblivion. That's what it was.
Okay.
That's what the first game was. So it was way back, like 2007, 2008, something like that. So I scrolled all the way to the bottom, and I started working my way up, and then I got to like 2013, 2014. 2015, 2016, 2017.
Start slowing down.
2017, Path of Exile. I bought $10 worth of in-game currency, I guess, to buy stash tabs or whatever. So I copied all the information. I sent it out there to him, and then I get an email. It's like 2 a.m. at this point. I'm still playing Elden Ring or whatever, so it's not like a big deal. I'm just watching my email pop up. So, he pops up again. He's like, "What was the most recent purchase you made?" And I was like, "Bro, fuck, once again." It was 4 years ago.
You scrolled up to the text window, copy paste 4 years ago.
4 years ago is the last time I played this game. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been 4 years. Somebody's got a hold of my email address, which I never got the email for, to say that somebody was in my account anyway. I say, if you can fix it, cool. If not, I'll go back to playing Elden Ring. Not a big deal. Like, I literally typed that out. It's like, no big deal. I just won't ever play your game again. You'll never get any more of my money. No big deal. Whatever. It's all good. I'm pretty sure y'all get hundreds of thousands of dollars from other people. No worries. Anyway, it's all good. So I left it at that. So I was like, I attempted to play Path of Exile, but I was unable to.
What class did you roll out?
I didn't. I said I attempted to log in. I have not been able to log in.
So as of 6:50 p.m.
Still have
May
not.
15th. May 14th, still have not been able to get in. Okay.
Yeah.
No
and
emails
I just checked my email.
Nothing.
I just checked my email too, so there's nothing in there. So.
Jeez Christ.
Anyway, and then like work was a reflection of Thursday into 3 other days. So
great.
I had a quarter of my product last Thursday, and I had a quarter of my product Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then finally Thursday they got their head out of their ass, and they actually gave me most of my shit, so I was able to get through the day pretty smooth. I had some new sales prospects come through, so I was working on that. I sold an account in the Woodlands. I sold an account in downtown. I sold an account right next door to one of my other accounts, and I also re-signed them because they're the same owner. So I got nice little bonuses coming my way, which is nice. And the car
I saw the rental out there.
Not supposed to be ready until June 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got a while.
Yep. That's Friday, right? Yeah. Friday, the June 3rd.
We're what, the 15th?
Yeah. So we got a ways to go, and so yeah, I've been looking for like a little side vehicle again, I guess, to get rid of the rental because it's just gonna cost me a fuck ton of money, and I'd rather just spend that money on a little.
Like the Lancer.
Like a little Lancer or something like that I could just sell later on. So that's what I've been looking at. doing all that stuff.
How do you get accounts in the Woodlands? You go out there?
I know people, baby. No, it's my customers open up stuff out in different places.
Okay.
Or
I was like, I mean, I doubt you'd find time on your route and go. Like, no,
I'm not driving to the fucking Woodlands.
Yeah. So just by word of mouth from your customers.
Yeah. So one of my customers opened up a location in the Woodlands, and I got them approved and ready to go. Another customer that I used to have, which I still have, but like he used to work at one of my locations. He hit me up out of the blue. He's like, "Hey man, I'm at this place. They hate their current supplier. You want to stop by?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." It's in downtown.
Less.
It's like, say less. It's right next door to Dirt Bar. So I just drove over, Dirt Bar across the street from House of Blues, stopped off, said hello. So they're cool dudes or whatever. And they were like, "Yeah man, we'll sign right now." I was like, "Well, before you do that,
let me get my people.
I've already had everything ready." I was like, before you do any of that, make sure you're clear to leave, because I don't want you to sign this and then they go after you, for collections or litigation or whatever. So I was like, nobody else would have told you that. They would have just had you sign. We'll had start service or whatever. But sure. I want to make sure you have your bases covered, because the last thing I want you to do is start off with a negative note with me. Or I'd rather you start off on a positive note. That way, next time you call me for your next business, whatever, no big deal.
Perfect.
So made some sales, did some things, even though I don't have the product to supply these people with. And kept on. Yeah, whatever. It's like coming soon. So yeah, that's about it, man. I didn't really do much. Tonight I got nothing. I'm gonna go home after we're done with this. Play some more Elden Ring. Tomorrow's I got. Alice is off, so I might barbecue, because that sounds like a good time.
Some fajitas.
I gotta cut the grass.
Yeah.
Barbecue a little bit, and then.
How about the fights?
Last Saturday they were okay, except for Rose's fight. That was the most boring UFC
what I heard.
fight
I was talking to my coworker, and
of all time.
And she still lost, right?
Yeah, she lost.
Yeah.
She didn't do shit.
No.
She didn't do nothing.
I mean, but how many times have we heard the argument of
you gotta knock out the champion and
to become the champion, you have to defeat the champion?
Yeah,
but I guess it has to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah. Whenever you throw like 20 strikes the entire fight,
match.
all 5 rounds.
My coworker was talking about it. He's like, first round, like they were just checking each other out.
It was worse than the Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou fight.
That bad.
It was that bad.
And I mean, going back to like when GSP used to fight, I know he didn't do the most spectacular fights because he was always protecting himself and very technical. Mm-hmm. But I always liked what GSP did. I didn't see this fight, so I don't know how, like, if it was actually just being technical or just overly cautious or something like that. Because apparently they had a history, right? And Carla Esperanza like had put her like in a chokehold way back when.
Way back when, yeah.
And so I'm guessing maybe she was still carrying that fear.
Well, she was just trying not to get choked out.
For sure.
I don't know what it is, but that's not. Yeah, she was walking out to the cage and she's like, "I'm the best. I'm the best."
Pat Barry's like, yeah.
I'm like groomer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was a terrible fucking fight, dude.
What about the boxing match?
It was awful. That one was good too. Canelo got his ass whooped.
Did he?
Yeah, no, he did.
The guys from Kazakhstan, man. Those guys are another animal.
Not fucking around.
Those guys are something else.
We were watching that while the Rose fight was going on, because that was way more entertaining at that point.
I bet. Dude, the neighbors
they were actually
throwing
fights. Throwing punches.
The neighbor up front, across the street, they were partying, dude.
Oh,
we got home, and of course it was Cinco de Mayo, Mother's Day, the Canelo fight. I mean, so it was like the trifecta for Mexicans, bro.
Yeah.
Perfect, So like we got home from doing the podcast at your place, and they had the music blaring. I was like, it's fine, whatever. It's Saturday evening, know. And then like by 10:30, like the music finally stops. Like, oh, okay, nice, no problem. And they were like going to sleep, like midnight. Boom, 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 boom. Like, you motherfucker. I was like, okay, you know what? They're having a party. This is like the only time they ever done that. I'm not gonna be that neighbor that's like, keep it down, whatever. Who gives a shit? It's one night, whatever. Eventually by midnight it stopped. I was like, okay.
That's not bad. Yeah. My neighbors don't give a fuck. They go to like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, but I can't hear anything. My house is well insulated. I'm just.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Because I mean, we have the jets flying over nonstop. Too.
Yeah, the trains. You have trains, planes, everything.
No trains, but we got a shitload of planes coming.
But for sure, planes.
For sure, planes.
It becomes white noise in the back, like background noise now. After a while.
Passed out there.
Yeah.
Like a boss. What'd you do this week, man? How was your week?
Well, I had no trouble playing Symphony of the Night. That one was just basically, do you want to play this game? Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I bought it, like, you bought it a long time ago? Guess what? You still got it. So sweet. So I was able to fire up the Xbox, and because I bought it back when it came out on Xbox Live Arcade, like way back when. And that one was a PlayStation 1 version. And so I was on the Xbox, but I was like, I have the Xbox. I have it hooked up now. But for the longest, it was just sitting there, right? So I was like, well, let me put. And then when I told you I purchased what Symphony, Castlevania Requiem, which had Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night combo together. I was playing that one, and I was like, okay, this one, I'm starting to see a little bit of the graphics where this is a Sega Saturn port. Not much, but here and there, some of the enemies, some of the fire, like some of the effects, you could tell, like, okay, this is from this different. And then also the audios. When you talk to the librarian, his voice was different. And David, he came in the chat, and he's like, something sounds a little bit different. I was like, yeah, this is the Sega Saturn port. He's like, oh, okay. And I told him the only thing that's different is some of the audio and some of the placement of the items. Nothing too major, you know. Like, okay. So we played it, and I played it, but David was basically coaching me. He's like, all right, dude, if you need any help to find something, mist form or bat form or whatever, you just let me know. I'll just be watching. Like,
I got you, man.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So I was, going around fighting. I was like, all right, I gotta find mist form. He's like, you gotta go to the Coliseum. All right, let's go to the Coliseum, and then start fighting our way through and everything. So I was playing. Because, like I said, I was off Monday, so I played a lot of that. Like, I was streaming. I was like, okay, good. Yeah. So, and then, like, I finished streaming, whatever. And then, like, Wednesday when I went to work, my supervisor's like, hey, I got so-and-so on your route. So, if you don't want to work. He's like, unless you want to work. I'm like,
say less, fam.
No, I don't. He's like, all right, just stick around in case, something happens. In case, like, shortage. I was like, yeah, sure. Sure enough, I saw him. I saw the guy that was covering my route. I'm like, okay, I'm done. He's like, all right, go. So I was off Monday, and that was a paid day because I used an option day. But Wednesday was just a layoff. Mikhail's like, I told Mikhail, I was like, I'm home. She's like, did you get paid for the day? I'm like, no, she's not. Okay, and I was thinking to myself, fuck, maybe she's like, what the hell is this guy doing home again? But she's like, no, I was just curious because I don't know how staffing works at your place. I'm like, I don't either.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
It's a mystery.
It depends on how busy it is and how many drivers are. I don't know. So again, Wednesday I just streamed Symphony like all day, and I was just having a blast. But this time now I went back. I fired up. I moved the Xbox version over, and I started playing the PSX port from Xbox Live, and I was like, okay, I'm digging it. And there's on that port, what I like about it, and I don't know how you do this, but like when I'm streaming on OBS, I have the desktop audio to -14 decibels. And then, like, whatever the game audio is, if I need to adjust it, I'll, like, go to the game audio itself and be like, lower sound effects, lower background music. That way, when I'm playing the game, me talking is still clear and loud, but the game will be just slightly, more quiet. That way it won't be, like, too much noise going on at the same time. So the PSX version that's on the Xbox has you go into the option menus and adjust the volume. That way you could just let it, cause usually if you just play the game as is,
it's blaring.
Yeah, I mean, it's just when you try to talk, people won't be able to hear you, and it just becomes a mess. And I mean, just from us doing the podcast, we'd rather sound clear. I mean, looking good is fine. We want the visuals to look good and everything, the presentation, but you also just want to sound good, that way, because you don't want people to be like, "What'd you say?"
Right.
What? Yeah. So just to communicate with your viewers. So I like that feature that that port, the PlayStation port, I was able to go in. You could change the graphics from like the old pixelated form or like enhanced, where they kind of put that little soft Vaseline filter thing. But I like the pixelated form, and you could adjust the volumes. The one that's on the PlayStation, that version, the Sega Saturn version, you can't do it. It's just this is the game there. Like, you can't adjust the sound audios, which is a little bit of a bummer. Yeah, I was like, okay. So I don't know. And then I was looking at the Wikipedia about the game, and then even Koji Igarashi was like, because when Symphony of the Night came out, he was assistant director, and he said when the Sega Saturn port came out, he wasn't too satisfied the way it came out. He said they could have done more with that port. Like, oh, okay,
interesting.
So yeah, so I've been playing a lot of Symphony of the Night. That game got this hold of me. It's funny how, I have access to all these, 2022 games, brand new games, and, I have the hardware to push it. But here I am, like a 1997 PSX game. It's like, sometimes it's just going back to the basics, back to the classics, I mean, don't get me wrong. These newer games, they look pretty. They're fantastic, but there's something about just going back to a game and having to go back to the fundamentals and just have to play hard. And you have to play hard, because if you die, you go, you better hope you saved recently, because if not, all your progress is a lot. And sure enough, dude, that happened. I died. I'm like, I was like, how many bosses did I find? And how many items did I was at the clock tower when I died. I'm like, now I gotta go back. Oh, okay, get back up, you know. So I mean, there is something on the line, and there's just something about that. I just like losing means something, and I love that.
Right.
I love that because games now is like, would you like to continue where you left off? Sure.
Yeah.
You've died. Continue where you left off. Sure.
Sure.
You know, it's just been so, they're just so convenient now compared to, I mean, there's consequences to the older games compared to now, which
Right.
I totally I didn't know that I missed that or not. But I've been playing a lot of that, and then I've been actually started firing up, since I couldn't play that since there's no Symphony of the Night port on the Switch, which I don't know why Konami hasn't touched that. I played Bloodstain on the Switch, and sure enough, it's still kind of like it wasn't.
So janky.
Yeah, janky is probably the right word, you know, because it just doesn't. It's not as fluid, you know, like especially like when you're jumping up to the next scene, like it takes time to load.
Yeah.
And then if you don't catch yourself, your character falls right back down. Like, oh, I gotta remember to angle Miriam. If not, she's gonna come right back down because the load screen is not fast enough. So
Same thing happens from the Steam Deck on Rogue Legacy to PC. Like the load times are so much different, even though like they're still solid state. They're still solid state or whatever, but the processing power behind one and the other is not the same. So like you jump up and you're like, oh, there's no, oh.
It's not instant, and you have to. And if you're not holding direction to jump onto the next platform, you just come right.
I mean,
back
it's still not bad. Like the load times are still not bad, but it's noticeable on the Steam Deck as compared to like, you know, on PC where it's like poop.
But that's when you're streaming it though, right? Through.
No, it's not. It's downloaded onto the handheld.
Oh, really?
It's actual download, yeah. So it's running on the. Everything runs on the Steam Deck. You can do game stream and all that stuff too, but I run everything off of it. So everything that I have on it is all running on the Steam Deck. So like Elden Ring. Persona 4 Golden is now on there. That got verified recently. They keep on like updating the list further and further,
which makes sense, yeah.
Which is really nice because at first I was like, Persona's gonna be great to play on the handheld, like while I'm just chilling or whatever. But that game wasn't approved or like wasn't verified or whatever.
Yeah, that seems like a good handheld game to play.
And so now they approved it, they verified it. Now it's all green across the board, ready to go. Perfect. So I actually haven't started that one up yet because I know how much time it's gonna take me to beat that game. So yeah, I was just doing some other stuff. I want to complete this Elden Ring run with this weapon combo first before I continue on to everything else. So
yeah, and I haven't touched Elden Ring. I think that's how it is with me and Elden Ring. Like I'll play like a whole couple of days, like just hardcore, just hours on end, and then like step away for like a week or two, and then come back and just go like really hard, and then just take a break. That's why I've been.
What I think I'm going to end up doing is just completing the game, and then I'm going to download the mod and take the game offline. That makes the game harder because the game feels too easy. So I think I'm gonna try that.
Make it easy? How? Like what? Going back to the pre-buffs?
The game is too easy. I want to make it harder. So basically, what I'm getting at.
Harder how?
I don't know. This fucking mod just like makes the game harder.
Oh, I'm guessing like the enemies hit harder and you take more damage. Okay.
So I'm assuming like I gotta actually look it up, but I want to make the game harder somehow. And I've been looking up different mods for different games to make them
more of a challenge.
More of a challenge. So like I would love to play Skyrim again, but Skyrim's too fucking easy and it gets boring after a while. I was like, make the game harder somehow make it harder.
Yeah,
please.
I was talking to my buddy Last Grip. He said that before that first update that happened back in March, the first major one, like he took his game offline. Like I don't want none of these updates, nothing. So I'm just playing the game offline, and the way the game is like, well, it's one way of playing it before they update everything. So, yeah,
they still cranking out updates. So I don't know what it is that they're doing now, but they are still cracking out. I'm pretty sure they're balance patches at this point.
For sure, at this point. Anything. Yeah, I mean the game is going. I mean it's going to be it's going to be the GOTY of 2022, and may be rivaled by God of War Ragnarok. That's about it. If anything, gives it a chance to like knock it off its place.
If it comes out this year,
and that's a good question. Yeah, that's a good point because because we heard about was it what Bethesda said Redfall and Starfield. And sure enough, like at this point, we need a delayed game bingo. It has to have the words "not ready," "polished," "best experience," Q1, Q2.
Yeah. You gotta have all
2023, and then just wait and just read read the whole thing because and you know what? At this point, I'm not surprised. I figured.
I think it has to do with the leaks that came out not too long ago.
What
a few
leaks?
weeks ago.
What happened?
Remember when I told you that the former employee had put out there that
that's
they
right.
fucking...
Players are gonna have their mind blown or something like that.
No, he basically came out and said that the game is like trash in its current state.
Really?
They're about to release it, and he's like, the game is trash. It's utter trash. The combat's trash. The fight's trash. Game looks great.
I heard somebody talking about like players' minds are gonna be blown, and then people are like, the game's not even out yet. Stop fucking hyping yourself.
No, there was a whole thread that this dude did on 4chan or some fucking game leak website or whatever. That he's like, I worked for Bethesda, and the game is utter trash. And then like it got fucking spread around like wildfire. And then like now that statement had been out 2 weeks later, and they're kind of like, about that. We're gonna release it next year. We want to give you the best experience.
Half 2023, not a quarter.
No, they gave it a date.
I saw it said first half of 2023, so I was like, oh no, yeah, they did have a date. Like it was supposed to come out like 11/11/22.
Right.
That was the original.
No, it has a new.
That was
now.
a date. I think from what I gathered, I heard him say, quote unquote, first half of 2023. And I was like, man, that's quite the window you're giving yourself there. Let's just drop the first half and just say 2023, just for safe measure.
I think it said February or March. I can't remember, but I'll look it up.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, at this point now, I mean, you've heard me say it, like,
oh yeah, first half.
Yeah, guys, don't give out release dates unless you know 100% sure, and even then, you got to make sure you're 1,000% sure that it's gonna come out, because at this point, I mean, I think all games at this point should just be fucking shadow drops. Like, have a press conference like, oh, this game is out right now. Boom, there you go. Yeah. I mean, because the thing is, I hate to beat a dead horse, but Cyberpunk, do you want to be that? Do you want to be the next Cyberpunk? Nobody.
I think there's like a more recent game that did that. I can't remember, but yeah, Cyberpunk's the most popular one that just dropped the ball.
That came out and was it complete garbage or what?
Yeah.
Or incomplete?
Yeah, like I can't remember which one it was, but Battlefield.
Battlefield, that one was rough.
That's another rough one.
That one was rough, man. I feel bad for like the fan base who like bought everything and then like not even playable.
It's on Game Pass next month.
It's not even play. Like I could understand if it was like no. I'm trying to find the
there's no gray area.
Yeah, like the silver lining.
Nope.
But it's like it came out broken.
Nope.
Unplayable.
It's terrible.
Like I'd say like if it was maybe like bare bones, okay, well you can still play the game. It's still functioning, but I don't even think it was functioning.
I mean, kind of, not really, no.
And just as quickly as that game came, it was gone, dude. It just got.
And it's like I said, coming to Game Pass next month, I believe, or sometime later this month.
Oh yeah, I'm starting to think like if it's coming to Game Pass, it's kind of like a sign like it probably didn't do too well.
Well, EA, they have that
deal with
EA. So everything that goes into the vault of EA goes on the Game Pass, so it's going into the vault pretty fucking quick.
And speaking about EA and Game Pass, when I was playing the Xbox and I was playing Symphony of the Night, I'm like, dude, I've played a game from 1997 for hours on the Xbox instead of like any other. And like I really wanted the Xbox to be the freaking like a really good rival for the PlayStation, like to be like the go-to console this generation. But it's like there's nothing there.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good console.
There.
It's got its own stuff. And it's got all the stuff that releases on that one, on this one. So, I mean, if you want to play Call of Duty, Fortnite,
well, yeah, you
Apex.
get the multi-platform games. You could get all that, yeah. Right. But as for like the exclusive games, well,
I know Game Pass is a pretty goddamn good value. It's pretty good. I've been playing. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Truck to Yummy. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, how is it?
Pretty fucking
good. Yeah. You liking it?
It's pretty dope. I like
style
it.
And unique and
the art style, the combat. It's all really good. You should definitely check that one out.
Premier Pass. Season Pass.
It's on Game Pass though.
DLC.
It's on Game Pass. Nope. It's on Game Pass.
Microtransactions.
On Game Pass. Hey, it's on Game Pass.
None of that though. There's none of that.
No.
It was just like, here's the game.
Here's the game.
Play it.
It's pretty good. The side-scrolling.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah.
Kind of side-scrolling 3D-ish. I don't know. The combat is really good, but also really punishing too, because you can play it easy as you want. You can play it as hard as you want. I like that. Hard.
Like, there's like a parry dodge.
Oh yeah.
Mechanic and stuff like that, and like is there a jump also?
Kind of. kind of.
Okay. 'Cause I figured it'd be like maybe like a rock paper scissors mechanic where jump beats slow slash beats I don't know grab or something. You kind of like
something like that.
Yeah.
But the parry, once you get that perfect parry down, dude, it's fucking on point. Dude.
Yeah?
I love that shit. Yeah,
Sekiro
feels
like?
good. Yeah, feels really nice. But what were we talking about? I'm sorry.
Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, but the thing I was looking, I was like there's nothing that Microsoft has released that says I am glad that I got this Xbox and I'm playing it here.
Yeah.
Because I'm playing a 1997 game and I'm been playing. That's the most action this Xbox has been receiving. So I mean, of course, that's just me. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who love that Game Pass or whatever exclusive that Microsoft has released and they're having a blast. But to me specifically, it's been Symphony of the Night. And
great thing that you didn't purchase one, huh?
Well, the wifey got one. So
it is a great emulation machine too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could do more stuff with it, right?
Yeah, you can put like a $20 dev kit purchase on it, and then you can just download emulators onto it and play all your emulators, all your old games.
Nice.
It's a pretty good emulation machine for sure. That's one thing that people like those S's for. Is the emulation machines.
And the storage, that's a proprietary thing, right? It's not like a Sony. You can just get an M.2 and just put it in there, right?
Yeah, for the fastest storage, yes, but it'll use any hard drive. I have one hooked up to my
like an
Series
external.
X. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a 4 terabyte hooked up to the Series X. The only thing is it won't play the X games or XS games off of the externals, but the transfer is pretty quick.
Is it?
It's pretty fucking fast.
Okay.
Yeah. So you transfer one off, you put the other one on there.
Okay.
Keep them going. So it's pretty seamless that way. So
that's pretty good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. So when I was swapping all the consoles around and trying them out, I was like, because I was playing the Rondo of Blood or the Symphony Requiem, Castlevania Requiem,
sure,
on the PlayStation 4 originally, and then I was like, you know what? Since I have it all updated and booted up and hardlined, let me do a online Street Fighter match. See how it plays. I was like, I don't know how I was able to play online matches on the PlayStation 4 because it was just
bad.
It was rough.
Wi-Fi's.
It was maybe it was Wi-Fi opponents that I came across, but I was just like, man. I mean, after playing on PC for the most part, 9 out of 10 matches, you're fine, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
You every once in a while you get that one that's just kind of like, okay, nuts probably on Wi-Fi or whatever. But when you're playing on a base PS4, I was like,
oh boy, yeah, I forgot you had the base.
Yeah, it was a base PS4. I was like, man, PC has spoiled me for sure, 100%. So,
yep.
So I was like, yeah, I'll just stick to, if I play any fighting game, it'll be like, offline, versus matches. That's it. No online matches because
even then.
No. Offline. Yeah, I remember the other experiences offline were fine, or I had no problems with it.
Fair enough.
So, but online though, at least with Street Fighter, it was
not good.
Not optimal. Yeah. After playing on PC for so long, like,
welcome to the PC Master Race, Rick.
Well, that's true. Just the fact that I'm the hardline, and if you're playing someone who's on PC, they're probably 9 out of 10 times going to be hardline. I mean, if you're that serious about playing your game,
yep,
you're probably hardline.
Yep.
If you're someone on the Xbox,
if you're a gamer.
If you're a gamer.
Yeah, you usually have it hardlined in.
Usually, yeah, if you're serious about your hobby.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of Street Fighter, I saw that releasing all these fighters for Brawlhalla. Sim, Luke, who else?
I didn't even see that.
You didn't see that? I saw it. They're having a Street Fighter 35-year anniversary, and Brawlhalla's getting out. It's Bison, Dalsim, Luke, Sakura, and Ken on May 25th. I'm like,
all right, so we got another version of Street Fighter that's going to be better than actually Street Fighter.
Yeah, more popular for sure. I think Brawlhalla's up there.
Yeah, it's pretty up there.
But I was just like, because I remember when I used to play Smash, like Ken and Ryu on there, like, okay, awesome, I like these characters. But they just stopped at those two.
That's why you'll never see those characters in Brawlhalla.
And Brawlhalla, now they have these other characters. And Brawlhalla is basically, I want to say it's a Smash clone. It's a platform fighter.
Multi-platform.
Yeah.
Multi-platform, yeah. So I mean, platform, yes, but also
okay, I say platform fighter as in what type of fighting game it is.
Correct.
Not multi-platform as in mobile, Xbox, PlayStation.
That's the one thing that Brawlhalla has on Smash Brothers that Smash Brothers just will never compete with.
And aren't they releasing another one from WB, the Multiverse or something like that, where they're getting all the WB properties? Have you seen that one?
Mm-mm.
You got like Scooby Doo. I think I saw some characters from Nickelodeon stuff. Who else?
Nickelodeon did put one out.
No, Nickelodeon did. They did one.
They got new characters. They did that one has new characters.
Okay, yeah, that one's getting new characters. But I'm talking about the WB one. I take that back. Yeah, it was like Batman, Scooby Doo. Who else? Wonder Woman. Like a bunch of WB stuff like that. I think they're gonna have like an expo, like on like a demo on Evo or something like that. So
I'll check that one out, but I'll look at it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll watch people play it.
Yeah, when it comes to the platform fighters, like mine is Smash. That's just me.
Yeah.
Because if I start with Brawlhalla, I know it's like free to play, but
you'll be spending some monies.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah.
Yeah, you will be. So. If you were into like platform fighters. And stuff.
Because I know they have like Beheadeds on there from Dead Cells. I think who else? Like they have a whole bunch of characters. I mean, it's literally another freaking cross up.
Yeah, it's one of those like Fortnite type games where they just always running some sort of special crossover and stuff like that. So, but yeah, speaking of which, on platform, yeah, they do have new characters coming out for the Nintendo All-Star Brawl, which I think like Rocco was like the mainstay on that one. There was a couple other characters that I don't even know I don't know who they are.
I just saw it, yeah.
But I do know who Rocco is.
Modern Life, yeah.
So, that's cool that they're bringing in more characters. I think they're free too.
Are they?
If I'm not mistaken, I
know the game came out
for free,
and then it just kind of just fizzed away. I heard a lot of people that did play. They're like, yeah, they didn't use none of the voice actors or anything. Like,
oh, that's a little strange.
Yeah, I figured if you own all the franchises, you would have gone the extra mile. Like if you really wanted to,
bring everybody in.
Yeah, bring everybody in. Like go the extra mile and bring all the voice actors in there, or or someone that sounds like it as close as possible, just to bring more life to the game.
Right. Yeah, it's a shame. Because my buddy picked it up. He said it was really good. And then like I just ended up never picking it up because it was like holiday 2021 or whatever. I was like, there's so many other things. There's so many other things I could be playing right now. So I just never picked it up. It's on sale. Like every time I see it on sale, I was like, should I?
Really?
Nah.
Like, yeah, cause I would say, like, if I want to play something like that, I'll just play Smash. And they have a lot of they also have a lot of characters, and I know how much Sakurai just puts the attention to detail, whether it's Joker, Kazuya, or freaking Mario, or anybody that's in there already. So it's like I know that Smash is already a pretty good package as it is.
For sure is.
Yeah.
What else you got, brother?
See, yeah, the base PS4, that one was just.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
But I was like, what? Let me give it a shot.
It's like 13-year-old tech.
Let me give it a shot. And sure enough, I was like, yeah.
That's the 13-year-old tech is what you're talking about.
Yeah, compared to my beefed up PC. Yeah,
it still works though.
It still works. Yeah, like I said, but so if it comes to like playing offline, then for sure I'll play it.
Yeah.
Because I still have a lot of my offline fighting games on there. So
that way for sure.
Yeah, that way for sure. But online, no.
No.
Oh, did you see Gotham Knights?
Yeah, I saw that.
They said that's going to be for current gen only.
Cool.
I think it's time to rip off the Band-Aid.
Yep. It's been that time for a whole year.
Yeah.
For a whole year. It's been that time.
And, I say this from a privileged point of having access to the current gen consoles. Mm-hmm. And I'm very fortunate that I have that. I have access to that. But, yeah, if you want to start... The fidelity of the game just starts becoming compromised when you cater to, when you start, okay, I guess you could say cater to the previous gen. At certain points, like, it has to stop. It has to go on to the, you got to pass the torch,
It's about damn time. But also that game, okay, so I'm going to treat that game the way I treated Marvel's Avengers. It doesn't look good to me.
Okay.
At all. Not a single part of whatever I saw that week, I was like, meh. Or that during that video, I was like, nope. Yeah. I'm already out.
I saw a little bit of like Nightwing going around, swinging, and
some fighting,
do some trapeze. And the second I saw that, like Batman Arkham City.
Oh, it's the same developer.
Yeah. So I saw that. I'm like, to me, all the nostalgia and memories that I had of enjoying when the enjoyment I had when playing Arkham City, I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. This game's gonna be like just more of that, So visually, I didn't care how it looked like, but if it's just mechanically sound like Arkham City, I'd be like,
Oh, I wasn't talking about the graphics. I was talking about the gameplay.
gameplay?
It looked like shit to me. That's why I was like, no. That's why, it wasn't the graphics. The graphics look great, but the combat and everything else, it did not look as good to me. It did not look as good as Arkham City. So I was like,
interesting.
Out.
Yeah, when I saw it, it looked just like Arkham City. Minus, I didn't see any little, little lightning bolts when they're about to attack you and stuff like that. At least I didn't know.
Oh, they were not gonna show that off.
Yeah. So why I saw it was like, okay, you do combos A B or whatever, and then you could port or a dash and roll to the next enemy. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, it's just like Arkham City.
Yeah, I don't know, something about the way that combat looked as compared to Arkham City. It didn't look as fluid. It looked like, I don't know. It looked janky to me, man. Like something was off. Something was off about that video to me. I'm probably gonna get fucking somebody's gonna say some shit about like, oh, you're fucking crazy.
Game's not done yet.
Yeah, game's not done yet.
I
pretty
know
fucking
that.
close, bro.
Like, well, even then, the underhanded argument of the game's not done yet, but if that's the part that you want to show off,
yeah, it was like,
shouldn't you show like the best parts?
Like the gliding and all that stuff that looked cool, but then like when it came down to the fighting and it was when they were doing the fighting, I remember in the first instance he was swapping between one character and like flying across the other side, attacking this character, flying back to the other side, attacking that character, flying back. I was like, something's off about these animations here.
He looked
right.
like he was like the way he was jumping, like just look way. I was like,
it looked animatronic. I guess it didn't look fluid.
It didn't look fluid, but it also like if you're in a fucking fight, why are you gonna stop fighting this dude to go fight this other dude and then come back to fight this other dude? Beat the shit out of this dude.
Yeah.
Knock this motherfucker out.
Yeah. No.
You know?
It didn't for whatever reason it just didn't look good to me.
His gymnastic trapeze art when he was bouncing did look kind of like, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah, it was. I don't know who was playing that game or what, but like it didn't look as fluid as like Batman fighting in Arkham City or Arkham Knight or any of the other games, because when Batman was fighting you, he's this big brawler brute, muscled up dude.
And he also had the cloak to like when he kind of like spun, and that cloak kind of just gave you more something to look at and divert your eyes.
Way more fluid to me. So I'm kind of hesitant on this one right now. I'm pretty sure it'll get better as time goes on, but as of right now, today, after seeing that video, I was like, no. I'm just.
I want to be excited for it, but when I saw, like I said, when the Batman games came out, Arkham City hands down my favorite one, and then it was Arkham Asylum the first, Arkham City,
Arkham Origins,
Arkham Origins, and then Arkham Knight. So when I played Arkham Origins, I'm like, oh, more of the same, awesome, right? But the map got so huge that traveling just wasn't fun anymore.
Right.
Arkham City, the part of Gotham that you get to explore, it felt so good as Batman to just shoot your freaking grappling hook and go around and float and fly and whatever. That felt good. But by the time they got to Origins, it's like it was just so huge. It was like it became tedious. I'm like,
yeah, it becomes work whenever maps get that big.
I gotta go all the way over. And then by the time Arkham Knight came out, they're like, now you could go in the Batmobile. I'm like, I think by this time. By then I was like, you know what? I'm fine.
I didn't buy that one either.
Yeah, so I kind of just stepped away from it, So with these what's it called, Gotham Knights? With Gotham Knights, like I'm very wary, and I'm hoping the best for it because I want something to reignite that love I had for Arkham City, but not be too bloated where I'm just like.
Yeah, I'm right there in the same boat with you. I saw it. I'm just kind of like, Like, as of right now, today, I would not buy that game. Today, like, right now, if they released it tomorrow, I'd be like, no.
And honestly, that was, when I was a lot younger and I saw games through a different perspective. Because now, when I look at games, if I see something where it's like any other open world where, like, here's an icon, do a quest. If I see some of that, which I probably will... And they'll probably sprinkle some like Riddler collectibles along the way.
Of course.
Now I'm at the point where I'm like, I've been oversaturated with that kind of formula that it has to be really, really good for me to be like 100% in. So that way I'm just like, I see it. I'm glad it exists. And maybe one day, I could be like, yeah, sure. I'll give it a shot after I see more. But right now, like,
right now I'm not sold on that one whatsoever. I did not see anything worth spending $60-$70 on it. I'm glad that they're going to
70.
I'm glad that they're going straight to the next gen consoles, which means that they've given up their pursuit on releasing on the previous gen consoles. But they also wasted 2 years of the development time developing for those previous gen consoles as well. So they got to kind of scrap all that, get everybody working on the same page on the next gen stuff. So hopefully it all comes out cohesive and well done, well thought out. And the city seems like fluid and lived in.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if they do have all that stuff, that at least like getting you there gives you something. You know what I mean? Like, so like even if it does have the question marks or the different side objectives and all that other stuff, that it at least it has a purpose to it. It isn't just busy work or side content. Like that's my biggest issue with the question marks and all that other stuff in those other games. Is just like Horizon does a pretty good job of the question mark stuff. Like okay, it could be a campfire, it could be you know, an upgrade, it could be a new weapon schematic, whatever it is,
point of interest,
right? A point of interest or whatever. Or like if you have a side quest, the side quest actually kind of mean stuff to those characters. However, where it doesn't make the game feel cohesive is like the game makes you feel like the world's gonna end, right? So like, or not just that one. I'll use Witcher 3 as an example for that as well. The world's gonna end, right? Unless we get to save Ciri. Ciri's gonna die or whatever, or the world's gonna end and whatever. But you can stop and play card games all you want.
The sense of urgency isn't there.
Yeah, the urgency isn't there. It's like let me. I want to
put some tension in the air. Make the people nervous.
It's like, oh, it's the biggest fucking conflict we've ever had in our entire culture and all that stuff.
Would you like to play a game of Gwent?
Would you like to play? There's one in Horizon. It's like robot chess.
Nice.
Yeah, no, you get robot chess. Like, why? The world's gonna end. Why am I playing robot chess? Why do I want to do this? Why? Why is it busy work? Like, I get it. Like, there's new collectibles and all that stuff. Introduce that shit after the game is over,
or
right?
At the beginning of the game,
or if you're gonna work your way into the side quests, like and the side quests have to work, you know, you have to, you know, Forbidden West, you have to work west or whatever. Like the side quests are like they spread out going that direction or whatever, but they have you backtracking to go to a place you've already been to, and it doesn't tie into the main quest at all. Like side quests are supposed to
like
tie into
build up
give you
or add
more,
on,
yeah. And like I feel like a lot of games aren't doing that. Like if they did more of that style where like the side quests actually mean something to the main story, then yeah, like I would be all about doing them.
They feel like anime filler episodes.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is.
Like Goku gets his driver's license. Like,
oh yeah,
great.
cool.
Right.
Yeah. But it's stuff like that just drives me crazy about those open world games. Like, don't get me wrong, I love open world games. I love like taking in the scenes and the sights and stuff like that. But once it gets to like, there's a category of submission in Horizon Forbidden West that is literally called errands. Literally called errands.
I think I've seen those.
And I'm just like, why? Why are we doing this?
And you're the only one that could do it.
Yeah,
only Aloy.
Only Aloy.
I'm trying to stop a computer virus taking over,
bro.
And I gotta go collect the chickens.
Why? Why are these things real? Why are they in the game? Why? Please. The arenas, cool arena. All right, I get that part. Okay.
We need a champion. Yeah.
The robotic chess. I was like, Same thing with fucking Gwent though, but Gwent is a great game. It is a great game inside of a game.
They made a spinoff, right?
They made a full spinoff. Yeah, it's a dope fucking game. I love playing Gwent. It's super dope. But where's that sense of urgency whenever you're trying to save this girl?
Yeah.
And you're gonna go find her or whatever. I was like, do you want to play around in Gwent? What the fuck? Same thing with fucking Assassin's Creed does it too. There's a little game and there's a drinking game for whatever reason. There's a dice rolling game for whatever reason. There's all this busy work to keep you in the game.
I wish I remember what the video was, but I saw it was on YouTube. It was like why Ubisoft games are so lifeless like that, and they broke it down why, why some of the open world, like they have all this stuff to fill in the world, and they got to put in this random stuff just to make it worthwhile for your stay. That's why, like, I'm not doing the video any justice, and I wish I
get what you're saying.
What it was, but they broke it down like why these open world games are so like they follow a formula, and then I'm watching it, you're like, holy crap, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I just wish that like I said, if you're gonna start off with this conflict, and you're gonna have shit that branches out, it should lead back to the conflict. It shouldn't be called errands. It shouldn't be called collect whatever it is. It should lead you somehow to further progress the story with that character in the main conflict of the story. That's how games like that should be run. Like now, if at some point you want to go explore that little area or whatever, yeah, go do that. But then there's gonna be consequences for you taking 2 days to go save a girl, or you know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Aloy, the girl's dead.
Yeah, she's dead now.
And then
because
the parents
you didn't do
will
nothing.
hate you down the line, and
Yeah.
it'll affect.
And then,
yeah.
oh yeah, like shit like that would be fucking dope. But
Like
it's never
actual
gonna,
consequences. Yeah.
never gonna happen.
Yeah, it's always in
Never
RPGs where there's a sense of urgency, and then like I'm just gonna go to the hotel and.
Yeah, I'll go grind for 20 hours
Yeah.
and then come back and then you can kill the final
Yeah,
boss.
only in RPGs can you do that. Like put off a world-ending disaster, or just walk into people's houses.
Yeah, just randomly.
Because that's what you do in RPGs. You just
Yeah,
walk
just
into people's,
What is going on in here?
grab
What's
the
this about?
pots, and just smash them, grab the rupee, and take off.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But I just wish it was more stuff like that in these open world games. Like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, you can go, but
Yeah.
do you want to? Because you're gonna
Consequences.
You're gonna fuck this up. You might not get this reward for this quest.
And I've kind of noticed that. I hate the fact that we're going back to Elden Ring. I love the fact that we're going back to Elden Ring, but there's some consequences on there. Like if you do some things without clearing it out with these other NPCs, you can miss out, and there's some consequences. And the beautiful thing about it is the game won't even tell you that you missed out.
Nope.
Like, it's not until you talk to your friends and be like, "Hey, do this because you might miss out on this."
Yep.
And the game never says if it just says keep playing the game.
Did you ever play Dead Rising?
No.
I played that one on 360 on launch.
That's like a zombie survival one, right? Wait, that's the latest one?
No, I'm talking about the original.
What's Back for Blood? I'm thinking
That's
of.
Back for Blood.
Okay,
But I'm
but anyways,
talking about
sorry, Dead Rising.
Dead Rising was a game that took place in a mall where you get to like craft weapons and pick up random weapons.
From
So, like-
Capcom?
yeah, from Capcom.
Okay, yeah, you play as Frank West?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
Like I said, I heard of it.
that game was really cool because it set you on a timer no matter what.
Yeah.
So it was an open game, right? But you're on a timer. So you got to save as many people as possible. And like you'll get calls from this side and you'll get calls from this side for side quests.
Oh, you have to
and
choose.
it's like, which one are you picking, bro? You can do
who's-
both
who
if
you
you're
gonna
really
save?
good.
Yeah.
But which one do you want more? Right? Because they can help you out. Like shit like that. I love that. Matter of fact, now that I'm talking about it, I need to go back and play
That's
that
pretty
game.
cool. That's a good mechanic. Consequences. Again, going back to like when I was playing Symphony of the Night, there are some consequences if you keep going exploring without saving your progress. And I mean,
You could
lose something. Yeah, I mean, of course, in that version, you just lose time and effort. You have to go back.
Right.
But yeah, like the game you were talking about, Dead Rising.
Dead Rising.
Yeah. You have to pick.
That's
if
it.
not,
If they're dead, that's it. They're not. There's no revive. There's no.
maybe your next playthrough.
Maybe your next playthrough you can get them.
Yeah.
Maybe when you're good. Maybe you level up a little bit more, bitch. Like, I
I'm telling
love
you,
that about that game.
That's what I love about games. The worst there is consequences. There is something to be lost.
Yeah, 1 and 2 for sure. I enjoyed a lot because of that mechanic. It was just like do or don't. I mean, you could not save anybody. You're gonna get a shit ending though. You're gonna get a shit ending. If you
Makes
just sit in a
sense.
corner and survive for 4 days or 5 days or however long that the timer was for, then that's cool. You can do that too. But
You're gonna be missing out.
you can be missing out.
Yeah.
I'm fucking down with that shit.
You know what I gotta play? I
buy
gotta
it,
play
bro.
freaking Devil May Cry 5. I remember you told me it was really
So
good,
good.
and
So
it's
good.
like it's on sale here and there every time on Capcom or on Steam. I need to pick that one up.
We just need to share our libraries again, and you could just play it from mine. As long as I'm not, well, we gotta both not be playing Steam though, unfortunately.
Just like that.
Yeah, that's stupid. Like if I'm playing Elden Ring and you want to play Devil May Cry, it'll kick me out of Elden Ring. Nah, that's so dumb.
But yeah, I think I need to go back and see some Capcom games.
Yeah,
Devil May Cry. For
Devil May Cry
sure.
5 is really
'Cause I heard a lot of
good.
good things. I saw you play that and talk about good things about it, and then my boy Trip.
That
So,
one's pretty top tier.
yeah.
But yeah, so we went on a fucking tangent.
No,
What else
that's
did-
good though. But and that's all stemmed from the whole, like I said, we're at a point now where we're fortunate enough to play the current gen consoles. And me, after experiencing just Street Fighter 5 online, hardline with the PlayStation 4, is like, it's time to let it go, guys. Like at this point, I know it sounds like I'm on a fucking high horse right now, but if you really wanted these consoles, you can get them.
Yeah.
Whether
Just don't buy them from scalpers.
Don't buy them from scalpers.
Yeah,
100% do not buy them from
Don't do
scalpers. But there's literally like bots that'll give you like a message. Hey, so and so just has them in stock.
Yeah, I have follow a couple of those people on Twitter.
Yeah,
They're pretty dope.
yeah. So I mean, it's hard, but you can get them.
Mm-hmm. You'll get it eventually.
Eventually.
And then I think Sony's got a thing now where you could just sign up, and then whenever you come up in queue, they'll send you a link. So it's not like it's super ultra difficult anymore.
But if you really want it, yeah.
If you really want it, it's out there. It's out there for you. So
yeah, and that's the thing is like eventually these new games have to these companies have to move on and be like, okay, we can't look back anymore. Forward.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're taking that step, but more and more people need to do so. And
I will. I think it's just a matter of time as the older games start. I mean, when the companies stop manufacturing and they start phasing out, you know. I mean, because I think I saw already that, what was it? Sony has reportedly registered a new PS5 model.
Cool.
Which, not surprising.
Allegedly.
Giving that the starting with the last gen, where these cycles are having the 0.5, the Pro versions of the Xbox One. Was Xbox One
It was
Pro
Xbox One, and then the Xbox One X, I think, or something like that. And they had an Elite at some point there for a little while, which wasn't like a major upgrade, but it was just like more hard drive space, a little bit faster, a quieter fan, shit like that. Or they make them slimmer somehow.
Slim, yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, because I remember PS2 where you had these different versions, was like the slim version, stuff like that. And then it was like PlayStation. I think PS3 had that. Like PS3 was interesting when they first came out. Backwards compatible, awesome. The first ones were coming out, and my brother picked one up, and fortunately he let me borrow it. And I just haven't hooked it up yet. But it's the one where you play anything from PS3, 2, and 1, and I was like, and then like when I heard like, oh yeah, these newer PS3s can't do that, I'm like, they literally did that, on the first ones, and they took
were
that away.
$700 on launch.
They were different. It was a different beast.
They hit, and it was like a 40 gigabyte hard drive. And it was a $700 console launch. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, we're taking away the backwards compatibility. It'll be $500. It's like, oh, okay.
Is that what? Okay, well, that's
they hit. They price down. They hit the first iterations of those were just so expensive. I remember they were like $7.
Is this what they had, those weird concept boomerang controllers? You ever seen that one before?
Yeah, I remember that.
That looks so weird. I'm like,
the Spider-Man font on the PS3
was that? Well. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Sam
Raimi, baby.
And then the PS4. That's when we started seeing the PS4 Pro.
It was like 3 years after launch.
3-4 years after launch, like basically halfway through the life cycle. I mean, I'm not saying the PS5 is. Oh, I mean, maybe
it might be.
Maybe if they start, registering, new models for it, maybe by the time it's all said and done with the paperwork and the trademarks, that'll be close to the halfway cycle of the PS5.
I say it wouldn't come out until holiday 2024.
That sounds like a safe bet.
I would say that's like the 0.5 console, the Pro.
They'll probably make it just slightly beefier, maybe more.
They'll slim it down,
make it just kind of straight edge.
Yeah, the PS5 is so fucking ridiculous. I mean, I'm just looking at it now. I was
like it looks nice. But like I need to put it somewhere, like when I want to put it down here, I need to be more packed tight, But it's just like
I've seen people do case mods where they just like kind of get rid of
it, kind of trim some of that extra.
They get rid of all the external stuff, and all they do is keep the base footprint of like the black part of it, and then they'll just make their own case around it. But I think that they are fucking up their thermals.
Probably.
More than likely.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Sony probably spent a whole bunch of money to get engineers to make sure all the airflow goes through, and there's a certain reason why they have these flaps. But I mean, if they make the new models and they just make them just maybe just boxier.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'm fine with that, because don't get me wrong, like it's curvy. But like I don't need it to be curvy. I need it to be. I need it to fit.
Thick, bro.
I need it to fit.
The Series X is pretty thick too. I mean, it's a big fucking cube or
like
rectangle.
The Xbox Series S. I think that's just to me. I see that as like perfect. Perfect shape. Just be boxy. I don't need it to be a piece of artwork. I need it to just play the games and just get in the corner.
Yeah,
that's all I need to do.
That's what I like about the Series S a lot, is the actual form factor.
Compact.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's a very minimalistic design.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What else you got, brother?
Let me see. Oh, there's not really much about video games, but Tuesday, cryptocurrency.
25%, I think.
I think it was 50.
Was it 50?
I don't know, but it was a lot. I heard about that. I was like, wow, good thing I'm just, kind of like getting into it, and just, I just have like peanuts.
25% over the past month it's dropped.
Okay, that's a lot, yeah. I know Tuesday was a big drop, so I was like, I don't play the stock game or the cryptocurrency game that much. I mean, like I got my toe in it, and I got a couple $100 in there.
NFTs and fucking cryptos dropping like fucking.
And we talked about how
crazy.
NFTs dropped for sure, like 90% over the last,
Oh, it's so hilarious.
that drop, and then crypto. I was like,
One of my favorite subreddits of
Which
all
one?
time is Aged Like Milk. Check that one out, bro. Because there was like this person just legit
Puts a
on a
tweet?
tweet just he put, should I buy a house or a pixelated piece of art,
of an
a
ape.
digital of like a monkey or something like that? And then somebody underneath that was like, well, houses decrease in equity, and I was like, oh boy, and
This guy right here.
I was like, oh
Bro,
boy.
freaking 2000 IQ move right
My
here.
favorite that's one of my favorite subreddits of all time is Aged Like Milk, dude.
I have
It's
to
so
check it
good.
out.
It's
I have to
so
check
good.
it out. Yeah, there's another one I see on Twitter. It's called Defiant L's, where somebody says something stupid, and then they'll grab the other tweet and they say completely
Diss
the
you?
opposite. Yeah,
Diss you?
They're like Defiant L's. I'm like, dude. This guy
Or
said that.
left the burner on. That's a good one. Where somebody like fucking make a post and then comment on their own post without changing their name.
Oh no.
Yeah, so they left that burner on. They're like, oh man, fucking Joe Biden is a piece of shit, and the guy underneath them was like, yeah, man, he is a fucking piece of
You
shit.
just- oh no, that's
It's
the
same person.
worst. You got too much time on your hands.
Bro, you got way too much time in your hands if you're worried about fucking internet points, bro. Relax.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you want karma points and brownie points or whatever points?
Relax, dude. I want to, what were you going to say? Sorry.
I remember getting something like that. I did a post. I replied to somebody and something, and then Reddit's like, "You got some points." I'm like, "The fuck is this for?"
No, just
I-
because you helped out
I
somebody.
guess so, but I was like, "Cool." I'm like, "Okay, I don't know what they do, but I got some."
Did you hear about EA and FIFA?
What happened?
You didn't hear about this?
I might have heard something. Don't they like rolling something up together, like with the club or something?
So FIFA and EA have parted ways. So
What?
EA will no longer be publishing
FIFA games.
FIFA games anymore. FIFA's gonna do their own thing somehow, and whatever. I don't know what it is that they're doing, but they just legit after 30 years of making games, they're like,
I remember.
Done.
I remember watching an episode of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, and he was talking about the whole FIFA organization, how like corrupt and
oh, it's
shady
fucking
they are.
corrupt. Yeah.
I was like, what? So now that so I'm like, and EA is not really known for like to have the most sterling record, you know?
Right.
So it's like, how did that work out to begin with, and how's that gonna work out now? Of course, I'm not a football fan, a soccer fan, an EA FIFA fan. So but the people who are, and I know it's a lot bigger worldwide than it is, for me and where I'm at. So, good luck and keep me posted.
So 2023 FIFA is going to be the last game in the series on PC and consoles. EA Sports will continue to license official leagues and teams for the foreseeable future, but EA Sports FC brings the strength of more than 300 individual licensed partners. Blah 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 blah. They're making their own thing, but FIFA is not going to be tied to it at all anymore.
Interesting.
Which is pretty interesting. If this is the first. Do you remember, like, I know you probably don't, but like there was a battle between like Fox Sports and ESPN. That was a big rivalry. Like ESPN started in like the 70s, and then Fox Sports with Rupert Murdoch started to like be this whole,
like they were trying to fight to get content or different leagues to join their channel.
So like, ESPN wanted the NFL because that's like the biggest,
Of course,
name.
that's the football.
That's like the name for sports in the United States, and then like. Fox Sports was trying to get everything, that they could, baseball, basketball, whatever. And then they had this like big old rivalry. But, EA's controlled all the licensing for such a long time. They do F1, FIFA, MLB. MLB is Sony now, but it used to be like anyway. But like Madden, shit like that. All those games, all those sports games, they're all licensed. All the licenses are owned by EA, and I hope that now that FIFA's
parting ways,
and they can go and do their own thing, I hope, because the only one that was like really separate was 2K, NBA 2K.
That's right.
That was like the only one that was like separate from the pack, and even then they do some shady shit, like they copy pasted.
I remember hearing so much bad stuff about it. They just copy and paste.
They also had like
transactions and
they also had ads
Yeah, I
before you
remember
played
that,
the
yeah.
game or like during the game and all that shit too. So like they're very shady, but I feel like if they get into like the hands of a really good organization, that isn't like, I mean, yes, they're after a profit, but like would also make a good quality like sports game, then more people would be like into them, because like you can make a pretty good like esports thing, like playing.
I mean, wasn't that like what they were trying to, like, that was a new angle they were doing with like the Madden games, where like you do like a season mode, you actually like, play as a quarterback, and you go through their story, and get drafted, and then you get part of the team, and then you finally get a spot and stuff like that. I mean,
and MLB The Show did that pretty well too.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember seeing Kevin was playing it one day, and I was like, okay, like he was pitching, and then it was the other player's turn. I'm like, okay, when do you get the bat? He's like, no, dude, you just play as a pitcher.
You just play yours. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what? Like, yeah. And I was like, okay, like that's an interesting way of doing things.
Yeah.
Like, okay, they're changing it up.
Oh,
That's
sports as an RPG. I get it.
Yeah. I was like, wow. Like actually putting some game, like, RPG game elements into the actual sports games.
Hurt your shoulder, you're sitting out, bitch.
Yeah. And then you got to do your contract.
Your wife cheats on you. You got to go through a divorce.
And what team do you go to, and where they put you at? I'm like, wow, okay.
The police caught you DUI, bro.
Caught you with a prostitute, yeah. Hit and run. What are you going to do?
But yeah, that was like the big news for me. I was like, I couldn't believe like that's actually happening. I was like, holy shit. I mean, FIFA broke away from EA.
That's interesting.
Like, whoa.
I mean, but FIFA is big enough that they can do that. I mean, they just got to find the right developer.
They've got enough money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, the thing about football, it's a worldwide sport, 100%.
As long as they don't give it to like Amazon games or some shit, because then it's just gonna be money grubs.
Yeah.
Out the ass.
Yeah, Amazon.
Now that I said that, now I know that it's
Amazon
exactly
games. Yeah, have not launched any. Has not released anything that I've been impressed with. We saw a New World here and there. Okay, that was cool.
Lost Ark,
and that's the only two that I remember seeing.
That's about it.
I remember they talked about Crucible. That
VR and never launched.
I think they had like a early access beta, and then they're like, nope, it's not working.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go a different direction.
Yeah. I saw 505 Games is having a digital showcase on May 17th.
Yeah, I saw that.
Interesting.
Yeah, Tuesday,
awesome.
Right?
Yeah. Those are the guys who are remaking. No, wait. You hear anything about Max Payne 3 remake?
Mm-hmm.
505, they did some Max Payne
505 and Remedy.
That's right. So I wonder if that's going to be on there. So I'll definitely keep an eye out.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Also on the 17th, you get Apex Legends on your phone, bro. How about that?
Hasn't been out there already?
No. It's coming to your phone, though.
I figured that could have been like auto shoe-in.
Nah, it's PUBG and Call of Duty, basically.
PUBG, Call of Duty, Fortnite. Fortnite's on your phone, right?
Not on Apple phones, but it is on
Android
phones.
Ever since the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, you can still kind of get it, I guess.
If you had an old phone?
I don't know. Maybe.
Pull it off. Kind of like Flappy Birds. You know how like some old phone, before they pulled it off, like if you download it already, like, and some of those phones, like they're going for like
hundreds of dollars. Yeah.
Same with like some PS4s that had what was it? Kojima's PI? No, it's called PI? PT.
Yeah,
it's called PT.
Yeah, something like that. The horror game that he was doing.
Yeah, like you were able to get the download and then try it out, and then I think Kojima and Konami had a fallout, and you can't get that. Like,
so if you can, I mean, you can still download a copy of that.
I'm sure you can find somewhere. Yeah,
but yeah, that one's coming out on mobile too.
Interesting.
Coming soon. But
17th also. The next team for King of Fighters, Team Southtown, is coming out on the 17th.
Damn, Tuesday's gonna be fat. Dude.
But I was watching the trailer for the Team Southtown, and I guess I had my YouTube volume all the way maxed out, and I thought I didn't think I did.
Because you never do.
I always keep it at 50%.
Yeah, I know.
But I guess somehow I had it at all the way up, and the video starts with like gun blast, pa pa pa. I was like, holy fuck! And Mikhail came out the shower. She's like, what the hell was that? I'm like, King of Fighters, Southtown. That trailer was loud, dude. I was like, okay. I'm up.
You were like the guy on the fucking old school fucking tapes where he's like sitting there and he's got the speaker in front of him. He's just like there.
I was on the phone like Back to the Future, like, hey, did you hear this? That's the future. No, yeah, but I was just like, oh, okay. So I saw Geese Howard, Ryuji Yamazaki, and Billy Kane. I'm like, that was cool.
You got to buy these?
Yeah. Unless you have the season pass, but I haven't purchased it. Like from here on out, any fighting game I buy, I'm just buying the base game. And that's it. Unless there's a character I really gotta have. So, but like I said, I like these characters. Like they're cool. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there that loves Geese Howard.
So on Tuesday we got Apex Mobile releasing. We got 505 doing digital showcase. And then we got King of Fighters team. Is that actually all coming out the same day? Or are they doing like
King of Fighters? Yeah, they're all releasing that Team Southtown.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's 3 fighters?
3 fighters, yeah. You get them all on
so
the team.
That all comes out on the 17th. Anything else happening on the 17th?
I think I saw. Well, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I saw the Nintendo Indie Showcase. Did you see any of it?
No.
You're not missing.
Not at all. No.
Because I like indies, but there was nothing in here that I was like.
That blew your hair back?
Yeah.
The 19th, we have an Xbox showcase, right? For Starfield that just got pushed back, or did they cancel that?
Oh
showcase?
wait, they were.
It was last week or the week before last.
Oh what? Hold on. I'm just gonna find it.
There is an Xbox showcase coming
I
up,
remember.
Followed by a PlayStation showcase like the following week. I believe it's on the 26th. So it might have been June.
I think it's in June. I think it's in June. Yeah, I think those are in June. Yeah.
But no, one of them is this month for sure.
Okay,
for sure. I gotta look it up while we're talking. But yeah, so there's a lot of shit.
Yeah, but it's on the Nintendo Indie one, and even me and Mikhail, I was like, "Hey, Mikhail, you want to watch it with me?" I think it was that Wednesday. Yeah, when we're off, the 11th. Yeah. So you want to watch it with me? She's like, "Yeah." And we just sat there. We're like, "Okay, nice."
And
I mean, there was nothing on it that I was like, "Oh, I gotta maybe Gunbrella from developers of Devolver Digital," but
is that out?
I don't think it's out yet, but they called it a Shadow Noir.
Like, so we're starting to use that a lot, huh?
Yeah, that's a new buzzword now.
That's a new word.
Yeah, Souls-like is out. X-Punk is in now.
Oh.
Yeah. What else did I see? Street Fighter, Nintendo. Oh, Nintendo Switch sold 1.165 million units worldwide. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Nintendo Switch is. I mean, I think they're pretty much readily available compared to the other big boys.
Well, the OLEDs aren't, and they've also dipped a little bit as well from what I saw because they have the superconductor shortage.
Oh, so, yeah, it's still a thing.
Yeah, it's still a thing. You still cannot buy cars, by the way. I mean, you can. Good luck.
Yeah, I was listening to one of my podcasts, Breaking Points with Crystal and Saga, and they're talking about. He was talking about like inflation because right now it's like the one of the big issues right now for like the most for Americans right now, and they said he's like the price of meat, bacon, milk, eggs, car rentals, used cars, hotels, gas. Dude,
electricity.
Bro, I had to fill up my tank, my Honda 12-gallon tank, $47, bro. I was like,
it's $4.30 by my house by now.
I was
gallon.
Hey, how about instead of like sending 30 billion, to Ukraine, we should like do stuff here?
For sure. Gas is getting expensive, dude.
Very expensive.
I was thinking that. I was like, as soon as I started driving, I was like, okay, I got a full tank. I'm driving. I'm looking at the gas station. It's like $4.29. I was like, oh boy. And we're in Houston, where like gas is pretty cheap.
It's an industrial town.
It was $4.11 on Thursday. Whenever I filled up my work truck, it was $4.11. Now it's $4.30. I was like, oh,
yeah,
we doing this?
Yeah, I was like, okay. And then I don't know. I always felt like prices get just a little bit more steeper during the summer since everybody's running. Using all the juice. I did.
It is June 12th.
June 12th.
Yeah, June 12th.
Okay, June 12th.
Starfield.
I was able to get. I saw Matt Piscatella tweet out the April 2022 NPD report. You want to rattle off some of the top 10? I know we talked about it last week, but that was March. But now we're in April.
Oh, Elden Ring.
Number 2.
Call of Duty. Nope.
Vanguard. 6.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Horizon Forbidden West.
7.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Not on there.
Oh yeah.
That game.
Who could have fucking thought?
That game kind of.
That was kind of my joke.
That game just kind of like.
Yeah. Play it if you want to though.
Really?
Yeah. No.
You would recommend it?
No, I didn't play it.
I remember seeing like a video talking about the graphics on there. They're like, yeah, there's like 12 settings for video graphics, and like they're basically like only 4 different ones, like performance mode, fidelity mode, this mode, that mode. Like they're out of all 12 of them. There's only like 3 that you can see a difference in. I'm
right. Like, oh. Yeah, Elden Ring's like that for me. There's only like it has like low, medium, high. Like, and I can tell the difference in like the textures and all that stuff. Like shadows, like I can't see it.
I have it. Yeah, I just have everything just max, and that's it. But like, it's funny when you go to when I go to GeForce It says you could optimize it by playing it in 4K. I'm like, no, 1080p.
1080p is fine.
1080p is fine. It's okay. I don't need
3090,
4K.
3090 can handle the 4K.
Well, I saw the 4K and I was like, it's to me it was like 720, 1080. Like there's a difference there, but nothing that's like gonna be like,
yeah.
So I was like, just 1080p at 60. That's fine.
What were we talking about?
Number one.
Go ahead.
Guess what number one was?
No, go ahead.
It just came out.
I don't
Star Wars, Lego.
Oh, Lego Star
That was
Wars?
number one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, good for them.
I think that's the first time we've seen a Lego game up there.
It will be for this month. for last month anyway. It's really good. Really good game.
Just to rattle off the rest. So top 10, it was Legos, Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Elden Ring, MLB The Show, Kirby, Forgotten Land. I've forgotten that came out.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch Sports. That one also surprised me. COD Vanguard, Horizon 2, Forbidden West, Mario Kart 8, of course. GT7, and Pokemon Legend Arceus. So Nintendo got, let me see, 1, 2,
like 4 of them,
3, 4. Yeah, 4 in top 10. Like,
Kirby's actually really good too, but I need to actually go and finish that game.
Yeah,
but I'd rather play Elden Ring for the 5th time.
I know. that just tells you how much I want to play Elden Ring.
But I'd rather play that for the 5th time and try Doom Build and then whatever it is that they're doing. But anyway, what else you got, brother?
I saw somewhere. I just saw a quick tweet from Video Game Chronicles that said that Sega says it's planning multiple remakes, remasters, and new games this year. I'm like, okay, cool, can't wait. So I guess more stuff from like the Yakuza series. I think that came out. The Judgment came out recently. I know we're both of us are fans of Like a Dragon. So I mean, if any of those are coming out, I'm in. I want to play some more.
I do want to play Lost Judgment and Judgment though for sure. What did I have? I did have something.
What happened?
Okay, so Dead Space got a release date, but it's subject to change. Let's be real. It's going to come out in January 2023. I can't remember the actual date.
That's a soft date, by the way.
We're going to say that's soft. January is soft.
At any point here on out, when a AAA developer says this is the date, treat that as a big, grain of salt, a big what if, a big soft date, because at this point, the only thing you can count on is the fact that it's probably not gonna fall on that date.
Right.
Just saying, from experience, from just the more we've been doing this podcast and we've been actually following games more, it's like, yeah,
for sure,
makes sense.
Speaking of Yakuza, since you brought it up, they sold almost 3 million units worldwide for the last year, which is pretty good. There was actually a couple of these little news stories that had come out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
14 million copies just for Elden Ring so far.
I saw that.
1.3 million copies of anything Persona. From April 2021 to March 2022.
Well, especially going back to the Yakuza series, selling. Would you say 4.something million?
Which is 3 million. 2.9 million.
Yeah, so it's around 3 million. That's a really good number. I mean, there's companies that will just kill to have those sort of numbers. I know a lot of AAAs will be like, okay, that's cute, whatever. Right. But 3 million, that's nothing to scoff at, dude.
And Dead Space remake will be released on January 27th. 2023.
I never played any of them.
They're pretty good.
It's like an online
1 and 2
survival horror.
Online? No.
Not online. I'm sorry. Like in space. I'm sorry.
Space survival. There was no.
Sorry.
But yeah, that first one was something else. It hit different. You know what I mean? Yeah, it hit different.
Yeah, I remember. I think I remember watching my buddies play, and it was just super gory and violent. I'm like.
Yeah, you got to cut the limbs off. That's how you kill everything, dude. It's fucking dope.
Yeah.
And then there was another thing that I had seen. Fucking Deathloop got an update. Oh, they added photo mode a year later. Cool story, guys. Who gives a shit?
I find it, dude. I find it so weird. I go to the PlayStation Reddit and people are like, I wish this game had photo mode, or they show off their photos. I'm like,
what are you gonna do?
That's
with the photos?
Cool. I guess you can make it your wallpaper now. You can save it, put it in USB.
Can't even. Yeah.
You can make a screenshot, put it in your flash drive, and then upload to your PC, and you have
that
cool
way,
wallpaper. Cool, but it's just in that way. Because
can't do nothing with the PS5. Can't do shit.
Yeah, when I was firing up the PlayStation 4, I was like, oh, I got all these themes I could choose from. Awesome, I like that. Either my Final Fantasy theme, or my Street Fighter theme, or my Dark Souls 3 theme. I was like, oh, nice. I used the Persona 5 one. I was like, oh, this is so cool. I could really personalize it to make it, and of course, how much time you spend on the dashboard. it doesn't matter. It's my game. When I get to like customize it to make it my style, awesome. You know, I was like, how come the PlayStation 5 doesn't have that yet? Like honestly, like come on, Sony. Like you telling me
they took away features.
You telling me I just can't grab one of my favorite games and make it my wallpaper? So when I'm just having an idle and just doing stuff, I can just have that. You know,
you can't.
I can't.
No. Go play your PS4.
Premium
pleb.
Premium.
No,
$5.99.
I want you to read that one right there.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Drives record year for Konami with profits up 25% to
$626 million for Yu-Gi-Oh!
I know Yu-Gi-Oh! I think they've recently had like a mobile game released.
That's that.
And well, yes. And again, I think that stems back to the whole falling out between Kojima and Konami. You know, Kojima's working on the Fox engine, spending millions of bucks to get this Fox engine ready to go for, you know, his next Metal Gear games.
His next masterpiece.
For sure, 100%, you know. and I think Konami was like, wait, we can make our money back triple fold with just mobile games?
Yeah.
NFTs?
Who said that?
Yeah. And yeah, ever since then, that they're just like, we're just going to focus on mobile games. And sure enough, I mean, like I said, one of the classics that I love, Symphony of the Night, got re-released on mobile. I'm like, it's perfect for the Switch. It's freaking excellent for the Switch. You did it for the Xbox Live Gold. Why not put it on Switch? That version. Great.
Costs money.
I know.
Costs money to publish it. It's like $10,000 that they might not make back.
Exactly. And it just sucks that the true victims are the fans that are missing out, you know. And it sucks. And I bring this subject up a lot, but what are they doing with Silent Hill, with Metal Gear, with
Silent Hills?
I've heard rumors like Silent Hills or something.
British.
Like that.
It's like a British one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But again, rumors. So you know.
I mean, it was supposed to be the Hideo Kojima game, but nah.
Well, yeah. I know Kojima was working on PC, and that could have been. That could have been. Awesome.
Well, what's happening with Castlevania? What's happening
with Castlevania?
Metal Gear?
Yeah, with Metal Gear, with Silent Hill, like. Guys, what are you guys doing? It's just turning into pachinko machines or mobile games or whatever. And just,
hey, man, it makes money.
And no, it does. But at the same time, like, again, don't forget the people that help you get there. You know, don't forget the people you see on the way up, because you might see them on the way down.
Sure.
You know, so it's just, I mean, I'm not saying you have to like service your fans for everything, but every once in a while, throw them a bone, man.
No, we're just gonna poke you with a stick. Do something.
Just throw them a bone. Just like, hey, like Symphony of the Night. Maybe it's not the best-selling game ever, but you have a fan base and you have an awesome console.
That's why
awesome platform like the Switch to put on there.
That's why Homeboy broke off and did Bloodstained Ritual tonight.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah.
He left Konami, started his own company, did a Kickstarter.
He did a Kickstarter and it worked, and it surpassed the goals and did everything.
Where's part two?
And he's still getting support. He's getting like collabs with like I think the Princes of Light. What else? I think Blasphemous. They did some stuff with that with Kitchen 17.
Nice.
So they've done some stuff, and I'm glad for that. It just sucks when you see your favorite franchises and the corporation get greedy and just put it behind, you know, these mobile games. Again, everybody knows I don't play mobile games.
Where's MGS Mobile at, though?
Maybe some. I think you're on something.
Where's it at, though?
I think
we should make our own MGS Mobile.
I think there's something.
I kind of hide and seek.
Yeah, I think for my June vacation, I think I might stream some Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pains.
I want kind of just complete Phantom Pains.
Yeah. Oh, did you ever play Ground Zeroes?
No.
Okay. Well, that one is like basically one mission.
Yeah.
And of course, once you complete the mission, you go back and you can do the collectibles and find everything. But I would suggest try Ground Zeroes, because it's basically
it's on PC.
It's basically just a slice of what what Phantom Pains is.
Mm-hmm.
I would say give it a shot.
You need to go back and play Phantom Pains for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got really far. I was wrapping things up, and I was like, all right, Rick, let me just take a break before I burn myself out.
Got one mission left.
I literally had one mission left, dude. I was like.
That's like masturbating right before you come and then just stop.
It's called edging.
Edge Lord.
Working your edge game.
It's like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to, oh, yeah, no. Oh, I'm going to stop right here.
Go do groceries or go do dishes home with that.
Man, go wash my hands
something
first.
Unsexy.
What else do you got, bro?
I think that's about it on my part. Yeah. So basically, Multiverse of Madness was pretty good.
Yeah.
Black Widow wasn't.
Okay.
Gotham Knights looks more like Arkham City. We got some stuff from Bethesda that got pushed back. King of Fighters, Team Southtown coming out. 505 Games got a digital showcase. We'll talk about more. But yeah, I think for the most part.
EA and FIFA split.
FIFA split.
Dead Space gets a release date.
Konami
makes a shit ton of money
from
on Yu-Gi-Oh!
And for them, they're probably like, all right, click. Paste format for mobile.
Yep. We've had these
upload
cards.
apps. Yeah, upload. Go to Android and Apple. All right. Done. Okay.
Done.
All right.
Oh, we're making money.
All right. Done. And it just paid off. Yeah.
It's got one person sitting in a room.
Yeah, he's just hanging out. Hey, Bob, you done with that? Yeah, give me a second. Hold on.
Give me a sec.
He's just clicking.
He's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, he's smoking a cigarette, drinking his coffee. Like, yeah, I'm almost done.
Shut up. Karen.
Get in here. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I can't wait.
Where can we find you, Rick?
Guys, you can catch me at OS_. Oh, by the way, this is small.
Nice, dude.
Huh?
Congrats.
Huh?
Nice.
I've kind of like slacked a little bit. Last couple of weeks, I've been like eating ice cream again.
Oh, nice.
I found
So
out how
good.
delicious it was.
So fucking delicious.
But you stack that on top of a hot brownie,
It's called a la mode.
bro.
It's a la mode.
Bro, it tastes like an angel.
Yeah. It tastes like.
I'm like, why am
God's
I not eating more of this? I was like, because it makes us fat.
Yeah. It's exactly what that is.
And sure enough, it did. So I was like,
Yep.
okay, now I'm off. So I've been exercising. I'm back on my exercising, swinging the kettlebells. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So
I got the garage cleared up. I need to move everything back over.
Get back in,
and
yeah.
get back in there.
Yeah, so I was like,
I'm gonna start that tomorrow.
and
too.
honestly, it just felt good. Like I was like, I started exercising on Wednesday, and when I finished, I was like, oh yeah, I feel good after this. Why not? There's some times where you just look at the kettlebell or the weights or the jump ropes, and you're
every
just
day.
like, you're like, fuck, I could just play a video game. But then, all right, you start jumping, you get your heart rate up. Okay, you start sweating.
I've been
It's
having
like,
to eat more at work. I've been having to eat lunches because I feel like I'm gonna pass out. How hot it is. in
Really,
that
it
truck.
is hot.
So
Yeah,
I'm having to break my fast at like 11:30.
Yeah, I have to start increasing my electrolytes intake because I'm just sweating out so much. I'm just like,
Yep. I'm getting headaches towards like.
Dude, me too.
I'm
I had
just
them like right
Yep.
here.
And I'm just like, oh, it's so fucking hot.
It was like on Tuesday and Thursday. I was like right here. I'm like,
I thought you were about to instant transmit somewhere. I already went back. I'm already back.
yeah. But guys, catch me at OS_Rick. I love streaming. So whether it's Symphony of the Night or some fighting games or just randomness, so just catch me there. Say hello. Drop
Hell
by.
yeah.
Give me a follow.
As always, guys, you can catch me on all things social media at OS_onslaught. That's Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. If you want to hit up the podcast, it's on all things social media at OptionSelectPod or our email at OptionSelectPodcast@gmail.com. As always, guys, we love and appreciate every single one of your sexy asses.
Thank you, guys.
And we will see you again for episode 157 next week.
All right, guys. Love you. Bye. Peace out.